welcome to this new episode of Continuum Gaming, and today we are going to have another look at 3 different games again for Windows 10 Mobile. And today that will be Water Bottle Flip, Connect Water Pipes and Family Hotel. My name is Gerald. As always, I've got a couple of different things with me, which are, for instance, a Bluetooth mouse. I'm using a foldable keyboard, which is this one. So a very slim one that can be connected by Bluetooth too. And I'm of course going to use my Windows 10 mobile smartphone, which is a Lumia 950 XL. And it has a Mozo cover at the back, and we have a USB-C connector at the bottom. The USB-C connector is connected to the display dock at the side here. Hope you can see it. There we go. That one. And that one is connected to the TV that we see here by HDMI. And so we have this desktop-like experience done by a smartphone. So it's all created by the smartphone. And we can use, of course, all the different things I showed you before, for instance, this mouse and so on, with this desktop-like experience. I'm saying desktop-like because it's not really a Windows 10 desktop system or something, but it's Windows 10 mobile. So there are a little bit of limitations and stuff like that. If you want to know more about that, please have a look at the corner up there. But in the end, it's more or less the smartphone is giving us this interface, which is more or less created for a desktop and mouse and keyboard style usage, let's say it that way. And then I would say let's start with the first game. The first game is going to be Water Bottle Flip. It's a pretty basic one, but I wanted to show you that one because it had potential. I don't think it's going to be developed anymore, but still it had a lot of potential, and you can have a little bit fun with it. So I'm going to turn around, go to my all app list. Let's first go to my all app list, and I'm going to go and have a look at that. Give me one sec. It's Water Bottle Flip. There we go. I'm going to turn around now, just to show you what's going on here. It's in the end, it's exactly what you can expect from such a game. It's more or less a water bottle game where you are going to flip a water bottle, which means that you are going to just let it jump more or less, and you have to get it in the right way. So more or less the power you can control has to be in the right way. Here you can see already what this game is going to look like. It's a 3D game with very limited 3D elements. So we don't even have any kind of shadows or something, and very, very limited textures. But still, as you can see, you have this controller here. So in the end, this is a power controller, and this is a bottle you're going to throw, and it has to flip and stand on the side where it is. Pretty simple game. I'm just going to try it out. And as you can see, I got it right. You can have the bottle more or less turn and land on the bottom of it, or on the top of it. It depends what you want, or let's say it depends on how it's going to land. It cannot stand on or fall down or something. That's the wrong part. Then you are going to lose one of the tries. You can see here you have 9 of them, and then you have a score. A little bit unfortunate that the texture behind it is white too, but doesn't really matter. So let's see what we can do here. I'm just going to throw it and see how it's going to land. Okay. Didn't really get it like it should. And not this time around neither. Close to it. In the end, you can already see this is a very limited game. You just have to guess the right amount of power you would need to just throw it in the right way. You're going to jump to different places more or less in the house. I'm pretty sure it's only one house at the moment, but this is more or less like levels you're going to play. And then you are just hoping for the best more or less. So I really don't think there is much more to this game. And as you can see, we got a score of 2. So 2 times we got it right. so it landed on the top or the bottom there. And in the end, this is more or less a game. It's really, really simple. If you like the flipping stuff and you just want to get the power output right you need there, then this game might be something for you. Otherwise, just skip it. I think it's nice enough to show, but you really don't have to have it in the end. Okay, so the next game is something different. I really like those kind of games. It's one that, yeah, a puzzle game more or less, but somehow a puzzle game with a twist. So in the end, what you're going to do is you have water pipes you have to connect in the right way. There is something like Tetris involved here, so I'm going to show you that. It's, yeah, really pretty nice if you ask me. Still very simple game, but still a pretty nice one because you really have to connect all the different stuff here. And if you do that, then you are going to water plants with it, or flowers in the end. As you can see, it has a couple of different levels you can play. First one is already played by me, and the second one I've already played too, but I couldn't solve it till now. So let's see how that is done. So first off, you're going to select something, then you have some kind of a goal. As you can see, we have to water 4 of the flowers here to get this one right. And we start with it. As you can see, we have a couple of different things here. In the end, these are the water pipes, so the blue ones are already watered. These ones are the ones that are going to be watered then when you connect those. And of course, by just clicking on them, you are going to turn them around. For some reason there is a turns part, but I don't really see that there is something happening with this. Maybe it happens later on, I'm not sure. But as you can see, we got one right. So this one is already done and we watered one. So one of the flowers are now ready to be used. And as you could see, there is some kind of a Tetris-like style because the pipes you already used are gone now. And so you're going to have to try to water the plants more or less. You can see there. And first off, or the first time I played this, I tried to get a way through everything so that you can, for instance, solve all the different ways here with one of the sets you see here. But this is not what this game is all about. The game is really all about just getting the connections a little bit right, more or less. If you do that, for instance, like this, you can now get all the 3 we got here. We got our goals now ready. And we can of course go and make it better like that. So the turns part is not really that you are clicking on something or whatever, but you are really trying to, how many can you connect with one turn? If there are 4 turns, then each and every round you would only have to connect 1, but you can connect more than that, as I already did with you here. And yes, this is more or less what the game is all about. Try it out if you like it. I think it's a pretty nice one. I really like this kind of puzzle stuff, and it's not important, for instance, if there are open ones or something. That's a little bit interesting, but it's like the game is designed here. So having a couple of them which are not really useful, let's say it like that, doesn't really matter in any kind of way. So this is another turn. 1 turn left. We have 5 of 4. So we already are pretty much through with this game, or this level more or less. Just try to connect as many as you can, for instance like this. Maybe something like this could be helpful. It's not like it's solvable for all the different parts or something, but whatever. We got a lot of them, so 8 of 4, no turns left. We got the level right. Level cleared. We get a star waiting for that because we of course overpowered everything. We have a new high score in this case even, and so on and so forth. It's really a nice one. I like it. If you like it too, just download it and try it out. Okay, so and the last game is a little bit more complex. So in the end it's very simple, but the storyline all around it is pretty much a nice one even, I think. It's called Family Hotel, or the long version of it is Family Hotel Renovation with Love Stories. So in the end, you're going to play a 3-part, 3 wins, whatever game, but it's all nicely connected in one little storyline you're going to see here. The storyline you're going to see is done in 3D, for instance. It's a pretty, much a thought game, if you ask me, from the developer. And in the end, what you are going to play here is you are going to have these 2 characters. Both are going to have a hotel together. Both of them are owners of the hotel, and they have to do a renovation of the hotel, so it has to be better, or better to say renewed on several occasions, because it's really pretty much done, if you ask me. But they are going to have to make sure that the hotel is a nice one, and because of that you're going to play different games. And while that is happening, you're going to have a storyline going on. I couldn't really reset this game. It's pretty large if you download it for the first time. But in the end, what happened here is the girl character here, so I think Emily, I'm not sure, we will see later on, is more or less coming to the hotel, and she's already seeing that there is some kind of a sign there hanging on the hotel floor or on the hotel building, and the problem is that it's already pretty messed up and very destroyed, more or less. He's trying to fix it, she's going to come to him, and the story ends with he's falling down into all the different boxes here, and you can already see what's happening. So those 2 are pretty much going to fall in love with each other or something. I'm pretty much sure about that. Other than that, you are going to follow up with a little story here. It's already it's provided in the language of your smartphone. So in my case, it's going to be German. But of course, if you are having an English one or whatever, it should be fine there too. And as you can see, they are just flirting a little bit with each other. And then you are going to see, it's a typical move, of course. She helped him up, she fall down, and both are more or less on each other. Emily, she's Emily, he's Max. Both are together going to build up the hotel. And for that we are just going to click through it, because now they're going to go in there and seeing what's up. And here is a little bit of a dialogue happening. If you want to know more about that, just download the game, because it's nicely done. I really like the storyline. The dialogues are fine. They are nice enough. And so she's of course telling him, this has to be renovated in some way or the other. Renewed. I'm not sure what the English term for that would be. But in the end, everything has to be repaired more or less and stuff like that. And so what we are going to do here, we have to follow up with the storyline, and each and every, so the gaming aspect of all of this is more or less each and every task you are going to face is going to give you some kind of a puzzle, for instance. And after a while, let's click on that. As you can see, we are going to go to level 2 now. I've already played level 1, and here we go, and can start with a storyline that is happening before that. And so in the end, what you have to do in this case is you have to get 18 of the blue ones probably, and something else there. And so we are just going to play a 7 or a 3 wins or 4 wins game in the end, like Candy Crush would be 2 or something. But I really like the storyline and everything that is done here with boosters, of course. Hello? I have to double click it, and after that, as you can see, you're going to have to get these items 14 times and 12 times in this case with 21 moves. It's really easy to do that at the start. After a while it's much harder. You already know that from Candy Crush or stuff like that. That's pretty normal for such a thing. And we are just going to try to get everything done here. And as mentioned before, it's really not hard to do or something, but if you like to follow storylines, and in the end I think this is a pretty nice one in the end, because they really took just some kind of effort to tell you a little storyline here. And as you can see, it's really simple. We had a lot of turns left, and everything is now exploding in fiery stuff and so on and so forth, because it's a Candy Crush game. So in the end you have to do that, and the graphics and stuff like that are pretty fine. I really like them, because they really give you a good feeling of the storyline, and they have a certain kind of style and stuff like that. So just try it out. There are boosters, as you can see, a couple of them, and in the end you can, for instance, buy those keys. You don't have to, but you can. We are going to just skip this one, and as you can see, that was level 2. And now you can have, for instance, a look at the taskbar. So in the end, as you can see, we had to get rid of the sign at the start. That's the first one. And now we would have to start with this hall here, the entry hall, and try to get that ready. With each and every level, as far as I know, you're getting one of the keys, and then you can just get the key and use it, for instance, in this case, to get the entry level or the entry hall here fixed. And after you did the level you did there, they are going to work for you. And yeah, okay. So the next thing they are going to experience here is, of course, the floor, which has some kind of a higher panel, more or less, that is going to stand up a little, and so that nobody is going to fall over that. You will have to do that in the next level. And so the storyline is going to be connected with the game itself, which is a pretty simple one. But still, as you can see, everything is really nicely done. We have a 3D characters which are really interacting with each other. We have Emily in a very nicely drawn image, like Matt's too. And so I would say, try it out. I think it's worth it, and a pretty nice game if you like this, the 3 matches or 3 wins games, whatever you want to call that. Other than that, thank you for watching, thank you for listening. I hope you have a great time and a great day. We see us in the next episode, next week of course. And if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, and of course subscribe if you didn't till now, and have a look at the comment section if you want to tell us anything or talk with us. And other than that, thanks, have a great one, and bye.